Hi, and welcome to YasminaReality.com, where most of my readership knows me as the blogger and freelance journalist that is a champion for diversity and inclusion issues. But some of you might not know I'm also an adult doll collector. So I'm excited to pen this open video letter to the CEO of American Girl, which is part of Mattel. Her name is Jamie Siegelman, and she's the new general manager and president at American Girl since May of 2019. We're already seeing a lot of the changes that American Girl customers have been wanting, especially adult collectors that have stuck with the brand for a long time. And this is a conversation that I'd like to have regarding the diversity of the collection. And I know that for many years, moms, dads, kids, and adult doll collectors have been wanting and advocating for American Girl to embrace diversity more and more in their collections. They've been pushing in that direction. There are beautiful dolls of color with meaningful stories, like Addie, one of the historical dolls that's African American from the Civil War era, and Melody, one of the more recent dolls from the 1960s civil rights era. Other dolls of color in their lineup include Asian American and Hispanic American that we've seen in the historical and Truly Me lines. I have a Truly Me number 47 doll in my adult collection. She's stunning, and I've named her Noor, which is a Muslim name that means light, because I have made her a Muslim American doll, because there is no Muslim American doll in the lineup at all with American Girl. In this podcast, I am advocating once again for American Girl to consider issuing a Muslim American Girl doll. Whether it's in the historical line, whether it's in the Truly Me line, doesn't matter. Muslim Americans are part of the fabric of the United States and only increasing into the future. I've written an article on my website, YasminaReality.com, where I explore the impact that corporations have on society by the choices they make regarding diversity and inclusion issues. I was thrilled actually to discover that the CEO of Mattel, Enon Kreitz, has signed the pledge. The CEO Action for Diversity and Inclusion Pledge, which is an amazing initiative with many big name corporations and CEOs getting behind it. It honors diversity and inclusion in the workplace and in our society. And it acknowledges that, quote, by working together toward diversity and inclusion within our workplaces, industries, and broader business community, we can cultivate meaningful change for our society, end quote. I think it's critical that corporations lead the charge on these issues. As for the American Girl doll brand, it started out as Pleasant Company back in the 1980s. All of the dolls since the beginning of Pleasant Company up until today have celebrated Christmas. They have Christmas stories and Christmas dresses, and that's beautiful and wonderful. And there is Rebecca Rubin, who's an historical doll, so she's always available. Rebecca has a Jewish story full of meaning, which is a great thing and important, not only for the Jewish community, it's important for the American community to be able to celebrate Rebecca. Rebecca has a traditional menorah and dreidel set, and she's a doll that celebrates her Jewish holidays. I am specifically advocating for American Girl doll to finally come to the plate and produce a Muslim American Girl doll. As a writer, I'm happy to submit a manuscript for the story or to be a consultant, but we very much are overdue for a Muslim American Girl doll. I wrote an article in the Huffington Post when Doll of the Year Gabriella was announced, and the title of it is First Black American Girl Doll of the Year. Could a Muslim doll be next? I very well knew when I wrote that headline that a Muslim doll was not next, but I did kind of put that tongue in cheek as a way to say, bravo for sure on the Doll of Color of the Year. It was and still is something to be celebrated, but we have to keep pushing forward for a Muslim doll. In my article, I talk about a letter that I wrote to the American Girl Company back in 2009, where I asked the company why they didn't have a Muslim American Girl doll. At the time, I had a younger daughter who said, Mom, why are there no dolls that celebrate our holidays of Ramadan or Eid, or that wear the headscarf? That's called the hijab. I did not have an answer for my daughter. So I wrote this letter for her. I wrote it for me and I wrote it for society. And I did receive a response back from American Girl dated July 7th, 2009, on behalf of then president of AG, who has since retired, Ellen Brothers. A link to a copy of it is on my website. In this letter, American Girl tells me they have no plan to create a doll whose story, quote, revolves around her religion, end quote. I don't think anyone has been asking for that. They stated in the letter that in Rebecca's case, her story is an immigrant one, and her religion just happens to be important to her. 10 years later, and I am still digesting this response. Muslim American girls and doll collectors are basically being told, look, if the doll celebrates Christmas or Hanukkah, it's not about religion. It's just something the character does. But if the doll celebrates Ramadan, then whoa, whoa, we don't do religion. What's the difference? Is this a double standard? My daughter's grown now, but when her friends once put Christmas dresses on their dolls, how's that different than her putting an Eid dress on her doll? Muslim Americans have made significant impacts not only to American culture but to the planet. We even invented coffee, as well as we've been integral in mathematics, the sciences, the arts, technology, and more. But I shouldn't have to sell Muslim Americans on our achievements. We are Americans that continue to be invisible in the American Girl doll collection. America is a melting pot, and all cultures have contributed to and are part of the fabric that makes America what it is. I am asking Mattel and Jamie Siegelman, President and CEO of the American Girl brand, I'm asking you directly to create a Muslim American Girl doll. I'm asking permission to sit at the table with you. I'm inviting you to have a meeting with me, and I'm inviting you to talk with me about this topic and to explore the topic of creating a Muslim American Girl doll, branded by Mattel once and for all. As you can see, I'm not going to stop this conversation, even though the first time I reached out was 10 years ago. I'm still holding on to the letter. I'm still holding hope. I'm still in the doll world with all the adult collectors and moms of young girls where we talk about these things every day, and we still are wanting this. I hope that Jamie and other executives at AG choose to meet with me. I live in Chicago, so Middleton, Wisconsin is only a few hours' drive. I would love to meet with you on this topic if you accept my invitation. Thank you so much and have a great day to everyone listening. Please subscribe and comment below on this topic as well. I appreciate it. Diverse is what we are in America, and diversity is our strength. Thank you and peace out.